Hallie, and today we're going to be discussing evaluation question number 5. How did you attract/address your audience? In this evaluation question, I'll be exploring the aspects and elements that I included to ensure I attracted my audience, and also the ways in which I addressed their potential wants, needs, and interests. Here we go. So, first thing, of course, is the colour. I have here my final cover page and contents page, and I wanted, from the start, I believe, to have a very big colour influence throughout my whole magazine. It's really eye-catching, it's really daring, and it's just something that looks always different, contrasting to all these other indie music magazines that have already been out there. Also, they're really youthful, and they make somebody just kind of think outside the box. Even when looking at it, you kind of get a different kind of insight about what could be possibly inside this magazine. So it's definitely something that was going to be useful and important to add into my own magazine, because I felt that everybody would very much, or everybody in my target audience, of course, would very much see this as a sort of magazine that relates to them in the form of how they would want to be seen with this magazine. Almost, it's just something that looks like it's for them. It's very relatable on the spot, just for them. Another thing is, of course, her eyes. My artist Debbie Lotus is facing forefront to the camera, no distractions, looking very serious and professional. This shows kind of this elite style that I wanted my magazine to be presented in. I didn't want it to look like other indie magazines where it was very much based for a certain audience. With my magazine, I believe that it looks as though it can be for many different sort of audiences and influenced by different audiences as well. Though, of course, it is still a music magazine, it just looks very much like it could be a different type of magazine, but it's still very relatable to everyone also. Um, by showing Debbie Lotus in this kind of light with looking very serious towards the camera with no expression, it kind of shows this front that she has on with her music and her persona. She takes it a very different way to where on the inside of my magazine, which when you see the double page spread and the contents page, of course, you see that she's much more lively and free, and I wanted this magazine to almost be based off of her and how she has influenced all her life experiences through my magazine. The masthead also I felt was very important and significant in attracting my target audience. I put it at the top and right front and center with the largest font on the page, so that it's eye-catching once again, and also if it's on a rack with different magazines, you know it's that one from the start. Also, if or where or when I was to have other artists feature in it, I would always want my masthead to be a white background with a plain black font. I also chose to have it in just serif, because just non-serif, sorry, because that way it's not conforming to anyone's kind of ideals about how this magazine may look. It's definitely not a mature kind of magazine or an immature magazine. It's definitely right in the middle, and it goes to all sorts of different ways of producing that. This is one of those ways. By always having it in white with black, it's very well, white and black, and also doesn't really conform to anything that hasn't been done before. So then, in what ways did I address my potential wants, needs, and interests for my target audience? So the feature articles, of course, were a way of addressing things. If my audience wasn't necessarily particularly taken up by my artist, they could also look at my feature articles, both on the front page and in the contents page, about who else would feature in this magazine, and then get a gist of it and say, oh, this may be an interesting magazine after all. Things like Clean Bandit, and also my made up artist of Lost Boys, inspired by Peter Pan's Going to Neverland. I wanted to include these as kind of also things that people could look down and see and think, oh, this is very interesting and it's unique, and I'll look at that, and then maybe because my artist could be already influenced by all these other bands and she's meet them, then they kind of get the gist from their bands to what she is like and then want to look more at her. I also felt that doing a new and upcoming artist, even though she is new, she's very experienced with all these other artists around her. But by having her as a new artist, she poses a very relatable um, topic for my younger age range target market, even though everybody can almost grow up with her. She's someone that can is a role model and a trendsetter, and so that's really influenced in all the things that she does, and also wants to influence others as well and inspire others to be like her. Thank you.